This video is sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball's app makes it easy to keep up to date with transfer news, scores and stats all in the one place. To download the OneFootball app, click the link in the description. The app is free.
Welcome to Toffee TV. It's the player ratings. Burnley 1, Everton 5. What a performance by the Blues today, and I'm sure it'll be reflected in my player ratings. Jordan Pickford, I've given Jordan Pickford a 7. Pretty solid performance after what had happened on Sunday night against Spurs. Did quite well. Kept everything quite simple today, I noticed. Nothing outlandish. Just did what he needed to do. Very little he could do about the goal. He made one really good save actually before they scored. A couple of times on corners he was getting squeezed, but I thought he did okay today, and he just kept everything quite simple, and that's what you need after you've made a mistake. So yeah, he's getting a 7. Seamus Coleman playing a little bit more attacking today. I've given him a 6. I still don't think he's anywhere near his levels. His trying to take players on. He doesn't look like he can get past players. But you know what? He did his job. He stood up and did his job. I just thought that it's definitely an area where we need to be looking at improving. That's all I'm going to say, because I just don't think he's at it at the moment. And yeah, so I've given him a 6. Luca Dean, I've given him a 10. I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. His free kick to make it 2-0 was just absolutely brilliant. And his second goal, sublime. Right when we needed it. Just picked this spot and just smashed it. Going forward, just to run and suit that role he played today as well. You know, when he plays that or when he plays left back, he's just technically brilliant. His attitude is spot on, and he seems to love to playing for us. So he's getting a 10 for me today, because I loved watching his performance today. It was absolutely brilliant. What more can you say? I just love that lad to bits. Yerry Mina, I've given him a 9. He opened the scoring. Brilliant header. Really went for it. Really was taking no messing on that and just put it in. And his performance from then on was brilliant. He loved it. He looked like he loved dealing. It suited this game. Absolutely suited him all day. It suited his frame. 6'5" and all the rest of it. It suited him today, having a fight with them, and he loved it. That's what you could see. Because he could jump and climb and get rough with some players, where I think in other games when he's up against maybe more technical players, they don't really want to get involved in that, and it always seems one-sided, and that always just seems to end up with a free kick. But today they were up for that little bit of a fight, and he went and won it, and that's what I loved about his performance today. And you know what? He just smashed it long when he needed to smash it long. He kept it nice and tidy when he needed to do that as well. And I just loved his performance today. Keane and Zuma, I've both given 8. They weren't that far behind them, but they didn't score. And they both did the jobs really well today for me as well. Michael Keane might have even had a penalty, little push on the back. I thought we looked a lot more dangerous off set pieces as well, with having the 3 of those players in there. So I've given Keane and Zuma both 8s as well, because I just think they were the same today. They just weren't as good as Mina for me, and they didn't score. But I've given them 8s. Bernard, an 8. He was absolutely brilliant. Probably his best game since Leicester City. He tore them to bits. He was higher up the pitch, I think, and I think he enjoyed that. He was right on the fullback all game. Took it off their fullback a few times, or certainly the centre-back. Probably should have scored in the first half when he took it off one of their centre-backs. He run them ragged today. Brilliant cross for the first goal. And he was just a threat all game. And he's another one. You look at him, he's tiny, smaller than Bass. And he's another one who'll fight and scrap for you all game. Gets kicked to bits as well, but never goes down. Isn't someone who'll roll around. Loves it, absolutely loves it. So he's getting an 8 as well. No, he's not. He's getting an 8.5, because I've given Gylfi an 8, and I thought Bernard was better than him, but I don't think Bernard was quite a 9. Gylfi, I'm giving an 8 as well, because I thought in the middle of the park there, it's not easy when there isn't someone to break the play up. I thought he was good on the ball today. He also scored his penalty, which, let's be honest, is good. Set the 5th goal up with a great ball. There's a couple of times he put lovely little teasing balls into the box. There's one where he put one in and Walcott went around the goalie. Not to mean for Walcott, but it's just that, it's that intelligence to stuff the ball in the right areas. I think with him and Gomez in there today, it'd be difficult because they're not scrappers as such. They're a little bit more finesse players, but I thought Gylfi played really well today, so he's getting an 8. Gomez, I've given him a 7. Looks slightly not at his top level. He got a knock the other day and went off, obviously. I'm surprised he started. I've given him a 7. Got a booking quite early on for nothing really. And that might have slowed him down a little bit, but listen, a 7. And it was like an off day for him and he got a 7. And I think that's what it wasn't as bad as obviously as Sunday, but I think that's what you say about Gomez. I think maybe he was a little bit more reserved today because there was only 2 of them in there. He wasn't, I think he just did his job, and that's what you need in games like that, so he's got a 7. Walcott, I've given a 6, because just at times he just drifted out the game again. He just drifted out the match. He had a couple of opportunities that he should have done a lot better with. There was one where he went on the goalkeeper we mentioned. There's a couple of other ones that he should have done really better. A lot of the times, just the hard work, it's in the right position or brings the ball down well. It's just his composure. There was one in the first half, I think, that he got the ball, he run to the box, and it's just like, get it out your feet and have a shot. Which he hasn't. And again, I think that's another position. The right-hand side, we need a little bit more. But Walcott's position was a little bit changed today, than what he's used to be doing, so he gets a 6. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'll give a 7. Thought he played well up front, held the ball up, give us a will and runner, push them back. Okay, at times give the ball away cheaply. But on the whole, did his job. And you can see why he'd play instead of someone like Cenk Tosun. I know Cenk Tosun, I don't think he was on the bench today, was he? So obviously he must have an illness or a knock or something, or it's Christmas. But if Dom could add that little something to his game, that little extra thing, then I think Dom could be exactly what we need up front. But obviously the main thing is goals. He's got to add to his game. So he's got a 7. Richie gets an 8. Richarlison come off the bench, scored a good goal. Was a nuisance as soon as he come off the bench, an absolute nuisance. I love the one where straight away he beats the man and then he's sliding out of play and actually jumps up to make sure the ball doesn't hit him, so we get a corner. Brilliant. I love stuff like that. So he gets an 8 as well. What a finish. And, the fans were singing his name at the end of the game. Tom and Davis come on as well, so did Garner. I can't give them anything because they didn't do anything. Apart from Garner got booked for absolutely nothing. What a load of nonsense. There you have it. They've been my player ratings. I'm really happy. I think it's reflected in the player ratings. Do they match yours? I don't think I've been too generous. Definitely not too generous. But have I been a bit harsh on some players? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Boxing Day. See you later.